Look, guys, the green screen's back. Kind of. I'm messing with it because like it cuts me off right here, and I don't like that. But it's back. Kind of. Kind of. What's going on? Welcome everybody. Welcome to my mansion. I hope you guys like it. Over there we got some dogs. Over there we've got a grandfather clock that ticks. Don't mind the pool of blood that's by the fireplace though. Okay, just letting you know, don't mind that. As long as you don't, just don't enter the hallway that's right outside of that dining room. You'll be just fine. Oh, and don't go upstairs either. All right, you can go up these stairs right here. You'll be fine. But just don't enter any of the rooms. All right. Oh, and don't go to the cemetery that I have in the back. That's a bad idea. Okay. So please don't do that. Who do we got here? We got Side Dragon, Chris, Nighthawk, and whoever else is here. Thank you. You didn't have a mini stroke. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate it. So I just set up the green screen. I need to adjust the colors. Like I look a little flushed. Let me see what I can do here. A lot of that has to do with like saturation and stuff like that, but thing is, like, if I mess with it too much, it'll take away the saturation from the green screen itself, which is what I don't want to do. I think that's fine. I think it's all right. If it's too much, then let me up the brightness a little bit. Nope, upping the brightness, bad idea. Very bad, very, very bad. Lower the sharpness a little bit. All right, I think that's okay. Should be okay. All right, let's do this. Let's play this game. Because, just trying to finish this game. This game's been a thorn in my side. Just a little thorn, not a big thorn, but still a thorn nonetheless. I don't like thorns in my side. Thorns in my side suck. Suck. Resident Evil 5. Because why not 5? We do have Infinite Magnum now, so I'm happy about that. I think I'm just going to give Sheva Infinite Magnum. Like, I'm not going to give her anything else. No, you know what? You know what? She gets the infinite machine gun, just like I do. That's what she needs. And the reason why she needs the infinite machine gun is because she sucks. And she's Sheva. That's why. Alright, so let's do that. Let's go to I think bonus features, because I gotta buy the Magnum. Or well, the Infinite Magnum. There it is. There's the big boy. Alright. We got ourselves an Infinite Lightning Hawk. Alright, so let's go to item management. We're gonna organize. I'm getting that Magnum. That Magnum is mine. Chris. Okay, so now I need to give Sheva the same assault rifle, which is this one. She's got too much stuff. Let's remove that. Let's remove that. We're just gonna sell these. Just get rid of these. Okay, perfect. We'll get rid of this too. Okay, so she has the infinite handgun. She's got infinite shotgun. She will now have infinite assault rifle. Give that to Sheva. There we go. So she's got infinite. I'm going to take that. Give me that. Thank you. We can get rid of this. I'm just gonna remove it. All right, and we're good. We're solid. Oh, hold on. Wait. Give these to Sheva. Give that. Give that. Now we're good. What? No, wait. I gotta move this. Oh, excuse me. That hurt my back just now. Alright, we're ready. We're ready to take on some Magini. Or is Magini RE6? I don't remember. I always forget. They get ridiculous in those. That's why I don't remember. Because they just get silly. Alright. I am ready. Let's do it. Let's do it. So your dad got a new gaming PC today. It's an HP Pavilion desktop. Okay. I mean, what are the specs of it? I'm not familiar with HP's line of gaming desktops. That's why I'm asking, what are the specs of it? I'm curious.
Huge. Do you think they're planning to use it to spread Ouroboros?
Yes.
No. Using a ship like this would give away their position too soon. They must have another plan.
Oh, I love this. I love this. Let's get it. Time to destroy everything.
Go!
Okay.
Go! Of course, they're starting to wear some body armor. Of course they are. Because why not? I don't know who's shooting at us. I don't know who's shooting at us, but they need to stop. Okay, whatever. Alright, there's an herb there, but let me go up here. Ah, hey, what up, bro? How you doing? You dead now? There you go. Okay. Jump. Oh, go Sheva. Pick up everything. Go. Get it. Not the handgun ammo. This woman. She's a special kind of special, I'm telling you. And there she goes, picking up the handgun ammo again. Bad dogs. I didn't realize I was shooting at that thing. Oh, big boy. We got big boy and dogs. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Big boy and dogs. Ryzen 5 4600G. Oh, interesting. They went with a 4600G. Wait. That's a desktop? The 4600G is a mobile CPU. Can you double check that for me? Because I'm like 95% certain that the 4600G is a mobile CPU. It is, but it's in. They put it in the. They put it in the in that desktop. That's the only computer that has it. Interesting. That's funny. But you know what? That GPU is not a bad GPU though. That's actually a decent enough GPU, to be honest with you. And it's weird. The reason why I say it's weird that they put that into a CPU into a PC is because now you have that CPU has dedicated graphics as it is. Like I said, it's a mobile style GPU. The 4000 series for Ryzen's were mobile GPUs. So the fact that they're putting that in as integrated graphics with the CPU and then putting a dedicated graphics card which is a 1650 Super, it's very, very odd of them to do something like that. In my opinion, it's like it's a little redundant, specifically because that Ryzen can actually do a really decent job of handling all the processes as a CPU unit. Bro, listen. I don't want to die. Okay, so just need you to chill. Good. Good. When I tell you to chill, you chill. Yeah, you can't pick it up because you loaded yourself up with all kinds of nonsense, didn't you? Yes, you did. See? All that. Give it that to me and I'll throw it away. When my dad plays, it's great for whatever. No. I'm not saying anything bad about it. What I'm saying is it's just a weird decision choice that AMD did.
Take this.
That's what I'm saying. Why are you not combining it?
Give me an herb.
Use this.
That's all I'm saying. It was just a weird decision for them to put integrated graphics on top of dedicated graphics. When you can only really use one at a time. That's why it's odd. Oh god, my nose is running. See, I feel like Chris should have like a Magnum all the time, because he's Chris boulder punching Redfield. You know, like it only makes sense. I need a key card. Guys, if you haven't done so yet, consider hitting that like button. I'd appreciate it. We finally hit 15,000 subs. I am so happy about that. So happy that we finally did that. Oh, she's not coming. I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead. Has 16 gigabytes of RAM. That's fine. That's more than enough for most people. The RAM size. Let me put it this way. I have 32 gigs of RAM. Right? And there is never a moment where I'm using even like more than 30% of that. Unless I've got like a million tabs open on Chrome, I'm never using anywhere near, you know, the 32 gigs that I have. So like 8 gigs, even just one stick of 8 gig RAM is more than enough for most people. So, the fact that you have 16 is, it's fine. I think the only time where I use probably about 30 to 35% would be like if I'm rendering, or not rendering, when I'm editing a massive video. Like, so, the RE7 video that I'm going to be working on, that will probably use up a lot of resources because it's going to be a massive video. So outside of that, not really. Alright, we good? I got the crane key. Oh no, there's dogs too. Hold on.
We need to move this container. There should be a crane or something nearby.
Dude, I can talk PC talk all day. Like PC and cars, those are like two topics that like you can get me talking. Yeah, same thing like video games. Specific video games, not all of them, but like, you know, certain ones. Like you can get me talking about video games all day too. Hell, even the right movies too. Pretty much anything I'm interested in. How about that one? We'll just leave it at that. Pretty much anything I'm interested in. Oh, hello. Just hit me again, please. I'm dying. Just hit me again. Or do that, whatever. I forgot there was a dude there. That definitely wasn't on Sheva. That was on me. Ugh, gotta redo this. Here, you know what? Let's heal. Alright, let's do that. Let's heal.
I owe you one.
There. Now I don't have to worry about it. Hold on. I gotta... Hold on. Yeah. What up, big boy?
We need to move this container. There should be a crane or something nearby.
But my spec CPU just good enough for what I currently play. That's fine. Look, if it worked for what you needed to do, then it's fine, right? That's the whole thing. As long as it does what you need it to do. He's gonna blow up. Oh, excuse me. Sheva will be just fine. But in case she's not, here you go. I don't know where I threw that to. Uh-oh, I'm getting moved. Oh, rotten egg.
I'm not going on without you. Come on.
Wow, this thing took 2 hits. Very, very nice. On its part. Not, I mean, like... It would have been nice to just do it 1 hit, but I mean, it's fine. It's not like I don't have unlimited ammo.
Come on!
Give me that.
Give me a can of first aid spray. Thanks for the help. Take it.
Okay.
Oh, wait. This way. Sheva, this way. Sheva. Sheva. I needs the gold. Although good enough for getting 30 FPS max GTA 5 or GTA 4. Again, I mean, if it does what you need it to do, there's nothing wrong with that at all. You know what? I'll let him run this way. He's a big boy. Come on, big boy. I want the money you got. Come on, climb it. Or kind of climb it. He jumped it. There we go. That's a good big boy. Oh, well, thank you, Sheva. Thank you. Wait. Where you going? Oh my God, Sheva.
Go!
Okay.
Go! Oh, okay, we're playing this game. Oh, shoot, he took care of him. Damn, girl. That girl ain't got no chill. Oh, yikes. So gross. Dog was just waiting for me. I need all the money. Oh, hi, doggy. Come on. I see you over there. Thought you could freaking sneak up on me. That's not cool. That's a bad dog. There's still another dog around here, isn't there? There's another dog. Eh, he's stuck. He's fine. See, that's a good dog because he's stuck. Don't get the ammo, Sheva. Jesus.
I need
Christ.
ammo.
Take this.
Give me a grenade.
Take this.
She is so dumb. Whoops. Nah, yeah. I didn't mean to do that. Didn't mean to do that. Well, that wasted that, didn't it?
Okay.
Swabby! What up, Swabby? Yep, 15, man. 15. The big 1-5. I mean, it's not that big, but still, you know, it's the principle of a thing. It's big to me. That sounded so dirty. Like, much dirtier than I intended it to sound. But like it's an official 15 because we went over 15K. That's the only time that I like get excited and happy for it. Like when I hit a certain number, I don't really celebrate it until like I'm over that number, and we've passed 15. So, and we've been at that level all day, which is really nice.
And he's not the type to let grudges go.
So yeah, very happy about that.
It goes a bit beyond just pissing
I wanted to hit that for the longest time, man. Like I was expecting to hit it back in September with the rate that I was growing, but everything kind of slowed down immensely. So I'm really happy that we finally hit it. Where's my map? There it is. I was like, hold on, I don't got my map. Because I always got to reopen my map.
Freeze!
Excella.
What's going on here?
Nothing that concerns either of you.
We're not giving you an option. Now spit it out.
Tell us what we want to know and you won't get hurt. Where's Wesker?
If you can behave yourselves, maybe I'll tell you.
Maybe I tell you.
Damn it!
She's tough. I'll give her that much.
Hey! Exotic clouds.
This.
Is it gonna pop up? Hold on. Do I have the alert screen pop? Ah, it's turned off.
Chris, is this?
Hold on. I'll redo it.
Protective of it.
I'll redo it. Exotic clouds. Thank you so much for the dono, dude. I appreciate that. You didn't have to do that, but you did it, and you're a boss man for doing so. So hold on. Let me get up Streamlabs here because I want to make sure that everybody sees that you donated, because I gotta give props. I gotta show love. Gots to. Today's a celebration day, so dude, I appreciate the dono, man. I really do. And I haven't seen you in a good while, so I massively appreciate that. There we go.
There's the treasure!
There it is. So, Exotic Cloud says, I used to watch your SAO lives and other games that I liked. Haven't been watching you much lately because I don't care. I see you grind a lot and you deserve it. Have a great day. And I appreciate it. Is that an I don't care, as I don't know? Either way, Exotic Clouds, thank you so much for being here, man. Yeah, I mean, look, I had fun doing the SAO stuff back when I did that. But I have more fun not doing that anymore. So yeah, I mean that's how it is for me. Adachi, John, how you guys doing? Welcome. We had a lot of subs today, and let me go ahead and.
Welcome to the family, son.
I gotta change this alert screen too, because now that we've got RE8 coming out, I need a new alert for RE8.
Welcome to the family, son.
But yeah, we had a lot of subs, and now I'm like playing them because I didn't get a chance to do that before.
Welcome to the family, son.
All right, so those are some of the recent ones for today. Whoops, I think I just hit the same one twice.
Welcome to the family, son.
Doing okay about you? I'm doing all right, man. Only thing that matters is that you're having fun doing what you're doing, and that is good. Yeah, dude, I honestly... Look, like I said, I had a lot of fun doing the SAO streams, the SAO videos, and stuff like that. The biggest problem that I have with doing mobile games is that as a content creator, it's way too costly. It costs way too much money to be able to keep up with a with a game that like you have to spend money on loot boxes and banners and stuff, and it just didn't feel right to do that anymore. You know, that just I couldn't do it anymore, and I couldn't. I didn't feel right promoting stuff like that either. So I was like, yeah, no more. I just can't. I just can't. So now I just do what I like to do and have fun doing it, you know? Hey, Ark, how you doing, Ark? I'm gonna call you Ark. Anime fan, what up? Oh, Adachi, come on. Is today the day that like everybody's like doing this now? Streamlabs won't let me donate, so here keeps saying I have to sign up even though I'm logged in. Oh, that sounds like, yeah, that sounds like an error on Streamlabs end. Oh, dude, Adachi, thank you so much, man. Stimmy. Oh, that's funny. That is funny, man. But thank you so much, Adachi. I need to get a new one of those too. I think with the new merchant for RE8, I'll be able to do that. Oh boy, if Caboose comes, somebody wake him up. Caboose is online. Hold on. Let me wake him up. Hold on, I put in the chat as summoning you. I'm doing good. I have 1 hour and 24 minutes left to work. Oh, nice. So then you get to chill and hang out after you're done. Oh, come on now. Just because I shot him, you didn't set the alarm? I see how it is. I see how it is. I'm gonna try to see what's wrong with it, though. Yeah, I mean, either way, I mean, I appreciate it, dude. Very, very much, man. You know, it's not something that you need to do, but you did it because you're a freaking boss. Let me see if I got any more. I got these. Look at this woman, like, just shooting me. It is very rude. Kent, how you doing, Kent? Yes, no problem. I haven't been around, but I've been lurking and supporting. And I appreciate it. I know a lot of people have been lurking. By the way, did you see that Life is Strange is getting... I did, dude. I'm excited for the remaster and for Life is Strange 3. I'm gonna do a Life is Strange 3 video because that game is touching on some stuff that hits home. Like, I can like really relate to this character, and it's exciting for me. So like the whole thing with her being able to see auras, that's honest. Like whether or not you believe it, that's fine. That's different. But seeing auras, that's something that like I do. Like I read people's auras, I see their auras, and the whole thing with like her being able to see people's emotions because of that. That's a thing, man. That's what I do. You know, I get to know people before they even know I get to know them, which is really, really cool. Like, it's a cool thing for me to be able to do. Well, I live stream. Oh God, yes, I'll live stream. I honestly, I'll probably play, or I'll probably live stream a Life is Strange Remastered. I'm not Before the Storm. I didn't really like Before the Storm. Not that it was bad. I just didn't really like Before the Storm that much. But I'll definitely live stream I'll definitely be live streaming Life is Strange 3 and the remaster. Like I'll play the remaster again. Or the first one again. The first one was really good. I love the first game. How am I doing today? I'm doing good. Doing really good because we got 2 donos, which was crazy. Freaking celebrating with me. 15K mark, man. Like, it's official with the 15K. Bro, how many bullets is this guy gonna take? Oh my god. Wow. That was a lot of bullets. Off break. Alright, I'll see you later, anime fan. Hopefully they'll bring back the soundtrack, one of my favorite parts of the game. For the first game? Oh no, the soundtrack's gonna be there. Yeah, no, they're not changing that. They're just remastering the graphics of the game. And probably a couple other things too, but they're not gonna change the soundtrack. Also, the soundtrack for part 3 sounds really good so far, man. Oh my god. I forgot that I kept that on. Oh, I was not expecting that. That scared me. Hold on, I gotta turn that off. Oh, I forgot I had that. Oh my god, hold on. I gotta turn that off. Disable, please. Oh my god, it scared the crap out of me. What was the... Okay, that's the right one. Yep, alright. So people can demonetize the stream at $25 if they want to. Which I'm okay with demonetizing the stream for $25. That should cover the YouTube tax. Yes, it does. Oh, look, it's the guy from part 4. Talk about reused assets. Please, I didn't mean to do that. No, I know, that's fine. All done. Landmine, I don't want no landmine. I'm just lurking, keep on doing drills. Drills? What are you doing that you gotta do drills? Thought that was for Phasmo streams. I didn't mean to leave that on. I forgot it was on. That's why I just turned it off. Oh, you're learning Japanese. What are you learning Japanese for? Just because you want to? Oh no! Run. Oh my god, can you die already? Thank you. That's what you understand when the zombies scream? I might move there, but I don't know. Jared and his wife, so Jared Avalanche Reviews and his wife, they're gonna be moving to, I was gonna say to Mexico. I don't know why I was thinking that. No, they're gonna be moving to Japan after the summer. I think in the fall they said. Makes me sad because like I finally got back in touch with him after all these years, like from high school. But you know, now we can at least keep in touch on, you know, through the internet and stuff like that. I don't know if he's gonna be able to keep his cell phone. I don't think so. But if he does, awesome. If not, then you know it is what it is.
Okay.
Come on!
Okay.
But we can always keep in touch through Twitter and all that stuff.
So, you've made it this far.
Japanese isn't that hard. My brain doesn't
Bad
work
you won't make it much further.
with different languages. It's never been like learning other languages have never been easy for me to do. It's always been very difficult.
The Wesker children were entrusted with endless potential.
With endless potential.
Of them, only one survived.
2 survived. Shut up.
You.
Retcons.
Are you saying I was manufactured?
I was to
2
become
survived.
a god.
Alex and Albert.
Creating a new world with an advanced race of human beings.
Sounds so bad.
However, all was lost with Raccoon City.
The Raccoon City.
Despite that setback, your creation still holds great.
You understand 4 languages? Damn.
significance.
No, see, I only... For me, it's just English and
my
Spanish.
candle burns
And a little bit of Portuguese, but like they, you know... Portuguese is not something I can speak, but I can understand it because a lot of Portuguese is very similar to Spanish.
to face his old
But outside of that, no, like I don't...
The right to be a god.
Yeah, I'm not good with any other languages.
That right is now mine. The right to be a god.
Oh, he's dead.
You.
That man's dead. Not
Arrogant
even a little
until
dead.
the
He's like
end.
dead.
Only one truly capable of being a god deserves that right.
I only know one language. English. English.
The right. With Ouroboros.
Wesker just went heartless? He's been heartless the whole time. Where you been? He's Wesker, man. He's like King Heartless. He puts the Heartless in Kingdom Hearts to shame. Alright. Organize. Sell. Because I have no use for it. Sell. Alright, sell all. Only 15? Oh, you suck. What do I want to upgrade here? I mean, there's a better assault rifle at least, which is... I forget which one is the better one. Then I know there's a better one. I don't remember if it's this one, the AK-74. That's the newest one. So let me upgrade this one. Yeah, so I'll upgrade this one. Why not? Not enough cash, stranger. Oh my god, just hit ready. Thank you. Misty, stop. Reminded you of Terminator for a second? Which one? Hold on. Yeah, which Terminator? Is this the Excella fight? I think this is the Excella fight.
What the hell happened here?
Your mama.
Excella, what's going on?
Excella.
Why? When I've done so much,
You didn't suck enough.
all for you.
Chris, how nice of you to join us.
Wesker.
Don't worry. Your mission is at its end.
Alright, have fun, Brian.
Ouroboros is on the eve of its appearance. 6 billion cries of agony will burn.
Pig Latin doesn't count as a real
Sorry,
language,
Wesker,
though.
but not on my watch.
Albert, you said we change this world together. Why?
I thought they were partners.
Wesker doesn't give a damn about anybody but himself.
Soon, even you will understand, Chris. One glimpse of my new world, and it will all
Not yet? Oh, okay.
make sense.
Show yourself!
Unfortunately, it's too late for you. You will not live to see the dawn. Sorry, Excella, but it appears Ouroboros has rejected you. Though you have been an excellent asset, I have one last task for you.
Albert!
That's such a waste.
The hell?
Farewell, old friend.
Smack. Oh, quick time. I pushed the button. Alright, hold on. Give me a second. I gotta let the dogs out. Because Misty's crying, and I think Zella's crying too. Let me let them out. I'll be right back. Right, I'm back. Just in time for intermission. What's up, Rain? How you doing? How you doing today? I've been paying to watch you, so I gotta get my money's worth. When I get to RE6, do you want to join me? Is there... Wait, is RE6 multiplayer? I don't remember if RE6 is multiplayer. Let me see. It is. Do you want to try to play multiplayer on RE6? Because we can try it to see, like, if it'll let me play. Or if like, the latency will be good. Because that's always been, like, my concern is if the latency's too much, you know? That's something that I was always afraid of. Because as long as the latency's not terrible, then it'll be fine. So to be fluent, you probably need to know like close to 1,000. Oh wait, hold on. I should explain it better. Kanji drills are basically showing yourself the same kanji in Japanese over and over again to remember it. There's like thousands of kanji characters. Oh Jesus Christ! Yeah, see, that's why I couldn't do that. That's why. It's just like it's too much, you know. It gets to a point where it's like, just stop. Just like these cutscenes with the quick time. It's like, please stop. Like the quick time is just so bad. I hate it. I pushed the stupid buttons. Oh my god. I pushed the buttons. That was bad. One of the reasons why I hate this game. This and RE6, like just the quick time is too much. Like the quick times both bore me and annoy me at the same time.
So now what? You think our weapons can hurt that thing?
I don't know. We gotta get the hell out of here before it destroys this place.
You need to be careful!
All right.
Thanks for the help. You grab it.
Roger. It's tearing through the ship!
It's tearing through the ship when I'm with you. Yeah, it's not working. Nope, nothing in there. Nope, don't need that. No, Sheva, why did you pick that up? Stupid girl. She just keeps on picking up random stuff.
My god. Look how big it's become.
Yeah, that's what she said. Look how big it's become. I don't have it. No, I don't have infinite rocket launcher. Dude, I don't play this game enough to have infinite rocket launcher.
Okay.
Honestly. That is a lot of
I need
health
ammo.
items.
This.
You grab it.
Roger.
There you go. Good job, Sheva. Probably make the game way easier. I don't know. I mean, it's not a hard game. This is actually a very easy game. It's just a long game, which is why it's annoying. And that's not to say like I don't, that I mind long games, because I don't mind long games. But it's not a particularly good long game. That's what I should say. It's not that good of a long game. All right. Oh, what is this? Read document. Spencer's notebook. Keycard used. Oh, look. Reused assets. Gotta love the reused assets. Actually, this game came out before Revelations, so never mind. Revelations reused these assets. Nope. Why are you picking that up? God damn it, this girl. Oh no. How horrible. This monster looks just like the last one, except, you know, with a slight difference. She's got bigger balls. That's what she said. Sweet. Let's go.
It's all on you, Chris. I've got your back.
Now charging. Oh no, I like Revelations 2. Revelations 2 is really good.
Chris, above you.
Come on. Let's go. I gotta blow up your balls. Alright, good. I blew up her balls. Or we know one of them. Ow.
Are you okay? You need to be careful.
Alright, you know what? This ain't working for me. Don't want to use whatever you're trying to give me.
Come on, Roger.
Come on. What else you got? They were just spraying you some Febreze. Yeah, all over. All over me. It's like, Chris. Psst. It's all that sweat that he's putting off. I mean, do you blame her, though? I don't. He needs it. He stinks. He stank, bro. God, look at all that ammo. She just, like, loves just picking it up. Even though she doesn't need it, she's just gonna pick it all up.
So that's Ouroboros. I fear for the world if that ever gets out.
Alright, so let's go
Damn it,
ahead
Wesker.
and...
He's actually serious about destroying the entire planet.
discard.
I
Gimme.
need ammo.
Take this!
Wait.
I need ammo.
Take this!
No, not equip it. What am I gonna do? Throw it at people? Can I throw it at people? No, I don't think I can throw it at people.
Give me a grenade.
I should be able to throw it at people though. Oh, that'd be so
Thanks,
good if I could
partner.
throw it at people.
I owe you one.
Yep, full ammo. Yep, I am full on ammo. But you know, it's Sheva, so she's just special. She doesn't understand that I don't need the extra ammo. She just picks it up because she likes it. It looks pretty, so she's gonna pick it up. That's what she does. It's like a goldfish. She sees something shiny, she's got to pick it up. PS4 Anime, how you doing? Wait. Sounds like Chris or Leon right there. It's like, wait.
An assault bomber. When Jill said Wesker was planning to spread Ouroboros throughout the world,
Ouroboros. I like how she said that, like, Ouroboros. Anna, how you doing?
Wesker. There he is. Come on, let's go.
How do you know that could be a body double?
Jill, are you all right?
I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Just listen carefully. There's something I need to tell you. Wesker's superhuman strength. It comes from a virus. But the virus is unstable. In order to maintain a balance, he must inject himself regularly with a serum.
So if we cut the supply of serum, he loses his strength.
Affirmative. But he just took a dose, so it's gonna be a while before he needs another one.
Damn.
Listen, Excella said that the amount administered has to be precise. So if he injects too much, it should act like a poison. I think she used a serum labeled PG678W.
How you guys doing today? Hope you guys are doing well.
PG678W.
I'm gonna try to find a way to escape. You need to find that serum.
No,
Excella
you need
always
to find
kept
it.
with her, and in that attaché case.
Jill, come in. Jill! Shit.
Chris, this is it.
Guys, if you haven't done so yet, hit the thumbs up. I'd appreciate that. I am out of my energy drink.
Let's give it a shot.
Boom, 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 boom. I like how it has that little build up there.
Equipped with missiles. He can't fly around in that without getting shot down. Oh god.
Exactly. The plane can't get shot down. If it does, it'll initiate a biohazard.
It's just like Jill said. He's planning to spread this virus worldwide.
Looks that way.
It does
Things are
look that
worse than
way.
I thought.
But we're gonna cut you off there, Chris, because you know we have things to do.
Warning.
Like, oh, I don't know, go kill Wesker.
Engine room. Warning. Sealing off area with primary bulkhead. Evacuate the area immediately. Warning. Sealing off area with secondary bulkhead. Evacuate the area immediately.
Oh, he just caught on fire. Don't mind me, just getting this. Don't mind me, just getting that. Oh, okay, we good? We good? Okay, we're good. Wait, that's Sheva. Oops, my bad. My bad, girl.
Give me a grenade.
My bad. Run, run, run. How did you even get there?
Opening secondary bulkhead. Please maintain a safe distance from the bulkhead.
Oh, I remember this spot. Oh, hello. Come on. Did that really just reach all the way over here? Jesus. Okay, you know what? This ain't working how I want it to.
Open, damn you!
Wow. Stop. How long does it take, man? We're not gonna play around. Let's just freaking end their careers right here. Let's go. There you go.
Sheva!
Okay.
You are not shooting me with a rocket. Right there, point blank range. There, look at this guy.
Are you okay?
Dude, I just want to pull the stupid lever. That's all I want.
Come on!
Roger.
Pull the lever.
Opening primary bulkhead. Please maintain a safe distance from the bulkhead.
Do you not have any health items? And I'm dead. Yeah, I remember really hating this part of the game. Very, very much. I clicked on the freaking continue button. Okay, she has no health items. I have no health items. Alright, so we gotta play this cautiously. No, I have health. I have health. Alright, alright. But we still gotta play this cautiously.
Thanks, Connor.
Opening primary bulkhead. Please maintain a safe distance from the bulkhead.
Shoot. What I hate is that these things don't die from freaking one-shot stuff. Like grenades, or, grenades, well, grenades clearly don't kill them either. That's... It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. No, I'm not okay, but it's okay. Insta-kill is very bad.
Opening primary bulkhead.
Go!
Please maintain a safe distance from the bulkhead.
You know, I was trying to climb, but now I'm screwed. I was trying to climb up the ladder and Sheva bumped me out of the way. Good job, Sheva. Good job.
You need to be careful.
I hate this part of the game. Seriously, this part of it is so bad.
Opening primary bulkhead. Please maintain a safe distance from the bulkhead.
Come on! Did I mention I don't like this game? I don't know if I mentioned that. And if I did mention it, I don't know if I mentioned it enough.
Opening primary bulkhead. Please maintain a safe distance from the bulkhead.
That didn't work. Usually that works. So much bullshit. That is so much bullshit. So much. So much. Because that man or that thing was not anywhere near me. So much right now.
Please maintain a safe distance from the bulkhead.
No, 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 no. No, no, I wasn't anywhere near it. I wasn't near it. God, I hate this game.
Opening primary bulkhead. Please maintain a safe distance from the bulkhead.
Oh, look, we killed one. We've died so much, the game made it easier for us now. Saw that? The game's like, oh, okay, we're gonna take pity on you. You've died enough. That's what happened right now. That's the adaptive difficulty. Where did she go? I don't know what she's doing. She's just off in her own world. Like, you can see her on the map. Well, I haven't.
We'll
Yep.
never win in a fair fight. We need to fall back and come up with a plan.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Sheva, girl, you need to move. I don't know where she's going, but she needs to move. Oh boy. I mean, I'm not being reckless, but you're kind of being reckless. There we go. All right. Well,
Come on.
we're gonna get to the Wesker fight, which is even more BS, but we're getting there. Why is this side over here like it's flapping like it's something's moving it? Let me actually make it a little bit smaller. There we go. Trying to get rid of that.
Something doesn't feel right.
Nothing feels right. This
Explain.
game doesn't feel right. Nothing about this game feels right. But you might ask, why do we play it? Well, it's in the series.
Your plans are finished, Wesker.
There's no way out this time.
There's a lot of ways out.
You
He's
too
Wesker.
tire of failing in your mission. You've really become quite an inconvenience for me.
What difficulty? It's just normal. It's just the AI in this game is such BS. Honestly. It is massive BS AI in this game. It's not a hard game, but combine it with the BS and the quick time nonsense, it becomes an annoying game.
Why are you doing this? What do you accomplish by unleashing Ouroboros?
Every day, humans come one step closer to self-destruction. I'm not destroying the world. I'm saving it.
This guy's lost
This may be our only chance.
it. Do it.
Do it.
Things are really getting interesting now, eh, Chris? Do you actually think you can...
Just like RE4 is not a difficult
Either way,
game
I'm
either.
not gonna stop until I'm dead.
Well then, I'll just have to kill you quickly.
And RE6 again is not a difficult game. It just they become annoying games.
I'll see you dead.
If we take advantage of the dark, we might actually hit him.
you have.
There's no point in hiding.
I'm not really hiding, but okay, Wesker.
That this planet is overpopulated. Only I had. You grab it when it's just so much.
Chris, I need you to distract him.
So now I have to.
Oh yeah, that's right. He throws missiles at us. Because, you know, why not?
Watch out!
Come on!
Roger.
Oh, actually, she can get rockets for it.
Hide forever.
I forgot you can get extra rockets.
Come on!
Okay. I'll get a rocket. Roger. Every time we shoot, he dodges. Fighting in the shadows might be our only chance.
They are, but I'm trying to distract him. Why are you
I'll get a rocket.
Yeah, you will. And you're gonna waste the rocket. That's what you're gonna do. How do I know this? Because that's what you do! See, there she goes, wasting the rockets.
I'll get a rocket.
He's just hanging out with her up there. And now yep, she's screwed. This game. This game. This game.
I'll see you dead.
Not if I see you dead first.
If we take advantage of the dock, we might actually hit him.
You need to be one to use rocket? No, no. No, I'd rather not. She can use the rocket. She just can't be so dumb. I know that's I'm asking a lot. Like, that is legitimately asking for a lot from Sheva.
You grab it.
Chris, I need you to distract him.
I'll distract him. Don't worry. Oh, hi.
I'll get a rocket.
You're not coming fast enough.
Don't be reckless. You need to be careful.
Oh, he just gets an easy shot. Look at that. He's got me stun locked.
You need to be careful.
He's got me stun locked.
Your
I'm dead. Goodies! Goodies! No, stop.
I'll see you dead.
I'll see you dead.
You need to be careful. If we take advantage of the dark, we might actually hit him.
Bro. Bro.
There's no point in hiding.
Why am I not using my magnum? Because it's easier for me to hit targets with the machine gun as opposed to the magnum. That's why.
That's all you have.
Although, I will give it to this game for this boss fight music, though, because this is probably some of the best boss fight music, to be honest.
Every time we shoot, he dodges. Hiding in the shadows might be our only
Dude,
chance.
I countered that. That is such BS.
You're merely postponing the inevitable.
Ah, damn it.
Chris, I need you to distract him.
I mean, I'm trying, girl. Ah, Sheva, you're special. You are so special, Sheva.
Has it never occurred that this planet is overpopulated? Oh, that I am. Ignorant cretins.
Oh, you bitch.
There's no point in hiding.
She needs to get out of my way for real. Why is my freaking screen glitching?
So now, I... Ah, there!
God damn it.
accomplish this. You can't hide forever.
Yep, here we go. Stun lock time.
There's no point in hiding.
Hold on.
Oh, we're gonna die. Oh my god, Shiva, get out of my way. There it is. Oh, Shiva got out of my way. Ah, Shiva. What am I gonna do with you? Hold on, because something's like lagging the hell out of my game. Tanish, how you doing, Tanish? I don't know what's causing it. I have my task manager open and I don't see why the capture utility would be lagging. Other than the capture utility sucks, but it's fine. Think it's gonna be easy if you shoot the rocket? No, because that's not what I have to do. I have to inject him.
I'll see you dead.
That's the problem. I have to inject him with the with that thing that you see in the upper left-hand corner.
If we take advantage of the gap, we might actually hit him.
There's no point in hiding. You're merely postponing
Congrats,
the
15K.
inevitable.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Has it never occurred to you that this planet is overpopulated? Oh, so now I have to separate this chaff from the wheat, and with Ouroboros, I can finally accomplish this.
Man, throwing rockets at us. I was hoping to find some health, but none of them are giving health. So that's lovely.
Ah, there you are.
Still no health.
Only those with superior DNA.
Oh, come on. Why am I playing without specs? What do you mean specs? I don't know what you mean by specs.
That's all you have.
You mean eyeglasses? Oh, because I'm not wearing my glasses. I forgot them.
You can't hide forever. Ignorant cretins.
Every time we shoot, he dodges. Fighting in the shadows.
Yeah, I just forgot him in the room.
Take it.
Only those fit for survival will be alive.
Chris, I need you distracted.
I mean, that's a distraction right there. It took too long to shoot that rocket, didn't you?
There's no point in hiding.
Ow, that was my fault. That was my fault. Help! No, rocket.
I'll get a rocket.
You're merely postponing the inevitable.
Do it! Inject him!
There it is.
Did it work?
I think so.
He sounds angry. Rar, rar.
Chris.
Shove it. He's getting away. Hurry.
Get new player glasses on 20. Hey, Sherry, what's up? Yeah, I just wear glasses to read. So basically to read the chat. Like, I don't need glasses to play a game. Unless I'm reading text in the game.
Sheva! Come on!
But if I'm not reading text in the game, then I'm good. I don't need glasses. So like the chat, I gotta squint a little bit to see it, but it's not that bad. Okay, I gotta see what is causing the lag. I'm lagging right now. Yeah, the reading glasses, yeah. They're not driving glasses and nothing like that.
It seems I may have underestimated you, Chris.
Save it, Wesker. There's no one left to help you now.
I don't
Ashley, what's up?
need anyone else. I have Ouroboros.
Ouroboros.
In less than 5 minutes.
Freeze
we'll
of 5
reach the
minutes.
optimal altitude
Freeze of 5
for
minutes.
missile deployment. Ouroboros will be released into the atmosphere, ensuring complete global saturation.
Oh, come on. I pushed the button! Whatever. I'm happy with that. Chris died. Chris died. Alright, end of the story. That's the canon ending right there. Wesker wins. And yeah, that's how the game or the series ends. And then that's why they cloned Chris Redfield, and that's why Chris doesn't remember anything in RE6, and that's why it's another clone in RE7, and then another clone in RE8. That's why they all look different, right? That's why, because this was the canon ending that Chris Redfield died. Alright, we'll just go ahead and skip that.
Ouroboros will be released into the atmosphere, ensuring
And catching up on some of the TV series. Oh,
global
nice.
saturation.
We're not able to see Chris punch the boulder. Well, see, that's the so the rest of the story plays out in Chris's mind after he gets fisted like that. Yes, I said fisted. After he gets fisted, then like the rest just plays in slow motion in Chris Redfield's mind as he's dying. And then, you know, that's why he's punching a boulder, because that doesn't make any sense. I did hear the rumor. If there was any Persona game that would make it to Xbox, it would be Persona 5, because I've always said Persona 5 is the horror of the series. But there's not enough proof to back up that that rumor.
Just another one of Umbrella's leftovers.
Honestly.
You know what we have to do.
All right, I'll go for the override lever. Cover me.
Ha 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 ha! Oh, we're just seeing how Chris dies every single way. He's just got his neck snapped. That was actually cool. I like that. I've never seen that death. That was really cool. I give it to you, Wesker. That was cool.
Will be
Props.
released into the atmosphere, ensuring complete global.
Be nice if it does with other play it again. Well, the other thing too is like, is it gonna be base Persona 5 or is it gonna be Royal? Right? Like there's a lot of weird nuances when it comes to the Persona series. So it's a kind of a weird situation with the Persona series in general. Will I play Getting Over It? No.
The entire world will be infected.
I have too many games that I play that I'm currently in the middle of playing. I just can't. Teppen Wesker. Yes, this is Teppen Wesker. Which they got the voice actor to come back. I don't know if you know this. They got the voice actor to come back and play Wesker in Teppen. I don't know if you knew that. It wasn't just them taking dialogue from this game. They actually got the voice actor to come back and record. Omni, what's up, Omni? Imagine doing a Chris genocide run. I would love that. But that game would be forever. That would take way too long.
You're just another one of Umbrella's leftovers.
You know what we have to do.
All right.
Did I watch Square Enix live stream? No, but I saw the trailer for Life is Strange 3, and I'm super happy about that. For a lot of reasons. Like, I'm excited for the premise of Life is Strange 3. I'm excited for the character. Because, like, I can actually relate to this character, and that makes me really happy. It should have been a Bleach character since he knows Flashlight and Mishumpo. Look at that. Wesker's like, I'm gonna get those panties. I'm gonna get them. I'm afraid to take a drink of water because that's why. That's why I was afraid to take a drink. Like, I'm thirsty. I want to drink some water, but I know this game. Quick time.
I'm taking the two of you with me.
Oh, they're gonna release the game as one instead of episodes? No, thank you. God, I hate the episode format. Yeah, like, I understood why they did it in the beginning because it was a small development team. Like, they didn't have any other options. Oh shit, Omni coming in clutch. Yes. So I'm gonna be, yes, PTSD, Chris. Which honestly, I'd rather see a game revolving around Jill, like having to do whatever whatever game story they're gonna put her in, but where she has to deal with her PTSD. That's the game I want to see. And I cannot be the only one who wants to see that. I've got no health here. This is really bad.
Why can't you understand?
Oh, we're dead.
Pull back!
Oh no, that's right.
Really believe the world is worth saving?
Yeah, I know Life is Strange is getting a remastered collection. I'm excited because I want to play through it again. I'm just hoping that they do a PS5 version. I died. That looks funny. I knew I died because I was paying attention to the chat, and then I looked over. I'm like, yep, I'm dead. I don't think I can buy any. Oh, I can buy a first aid spray. Okay, let's do that. Not enough cash, stranger. I only really need 2, so I'm good with that. I hate how I laughed too hard at that. Dude, that's freaking the best part.
Pull back!
Do you really believe the world is worth saving?
Chris, get to high ground!
Natural selection leaves the survivors stronger and better. Humans have escaped this winnowing for far too long.
Roar!
Damn you!
Maybe it's me, but for some weird reason, Wesker looks like a Pokemon. I don't know why. He looks like a Pokemon. I cannot be the only one who thinks that. Hold on. Let me see. No, I hate QuickTime events, Sherry. I cannot stand QuickTime events. They're the worst thing to ever happen to Resident Evil games. I would love a game with Jill having to deal with the PTSD between Raccoon City and when she was under just Wesker's control. I mean, they already established the PTSD from RE3 Remake, which honestly, they only touched on it a little bit. But I would really like the PTSD to be touched on from RE5. Because the thing is, she even said it. While she was under Wesker's control, she was fully aware of everything that she was doing. You know how messed up that makes you? Like, to know of all of these horrible things that you've done, and there was nothing you could do about it. You know? Like, it's one of those things where it's like, I would love for a game to touch up on that. Absolutely. Oh, Omni, are you still in the chat? Crap, I don't know if Omni's still in the chat. He kind of sort of, he looks like a Pokemon.
Pestilence wherever you go. Everywhere. Nothing but loathsome humans.
Just hold on, Sheva.
Either shoot him or you want my help. Time to punch a boulder. Or you know, you freaking fall down. Whatever, Sheva. I mean, it was just time to punch the boulder. Okay? I was ready to punch, and you're like, no, I'm gonna fall instead.
Why can't you understand, Chris? Do you really believe the world is worth saving?
It's over, Wesker. I have the high ground.
Humans have escaped this winnowing for far too long. Come on!
Marvel's Avengers might be coming free to play. Good. Well, I mean, okay, that's both good and bad. And I'll tell you why.
Damn you!
Because the type of game that it is, it's a very high-profile game. Meaning that it's got a big dev team. It, you know, there's a lot of stuff within the aspect of. Hold on. I'm busy punching boulders.
Just hold on, Sheva.
All right, time to punch a boulder again. Yay! Because you know that's realistic. So anyways, as I was saying,
The human race
Avengers is a high-profile game that has a really big dev team. If they put it free to play, it's gonna suffer in the in regards to like how much effort they put into the graphics for the game and stuff like that. Which that's not something that like I wouldn't want to see that. Honestly. Yeah, free to play means it'll have more players. It's maybe. Because here's the thing. The player base on PlayStation is actually pretty solid. The player base on PC is non-existent. The player base on Xbox, again, is non-existent. And the reason why is because PlayStation gets a lot of exclusives that that Xbox and PC don't get. That's why. Oh, oops. It's the helicopter. Bro, Wesker's here just trying to do the helicopter dick and we're just like messing him up. Thought I was dead? I thought I was dead too. Oh, he's doing the helicopter dick. I mean, as long as I don't get close to that, it's fine. Slap my ass and call me Shirley. I like this part where you can stabby, stab, stab. Yeah, but I'm not doing that. I've got unlimited ammo, so I'm just gonna end it. Rah! Ah!
Grab on!
Ever played Fullmetal Alchemist games? Nope. I honestly, I try to avoid anime games based off of animes. I try to avoid them because a lot of times they're not really that good. The biggest reason why I don't like this game.
Use those.
The end of Wesker.
Ready, partner?
Locked and loaded.
How can he say that right in front of Jill?
Time's up, you son of a bitch.
I pushed it. I pushed it. Oh my god. I pushed the buttons. I pushed the buttons. Come on. I hate this game. I hate this game. Shut up.
Ready, partner?
Locked and loaded.
Suck on this, Wesker.
Your time's up, you son of a bitch.
Jill and Chris aren't partners. They're always partners. They're partners for life.
That was for our fallen brothers.
Walmart got a big restock of PS5s and Series X. Yeah, I know they did. Best Buy had some PS5s today too.
It's over.
Yes. Finally.
Dude, I did push the buttons. This is why I hate quick time events, man. Like seriously, I
More and more,
cannot
I find
stand them.
myself wondering
I hate
if
'em.
It's all worth fighting for.
Sean, what's up, Sean?
For a future without fear.
I like how Chris looks at them both and then he smirks. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna hit both of those." Oh. Brogman, what's up? It's not a Resident Evil game if you don't end in a helicopter. Actually, no, RE2 didn't end in a helicopter. RE1 did. RE3 did. Code Veronica didn't. Code Veronica ended... They ended in a plane, right? Close enough. Close enough. They, what was it? RE4 was a jet ski. Revelations was... I think Revelations was a helicopter. I don't remember Revelations, honestly. Like, I just played it. I don't remember how it ended. RE7 ended in a helicopter. I don't remember RE6. I don't remember RE6. If RE8 doesn't end in a helicopter, I'm gonna be disappointed. This was an I Love You stream today. It was. I Love You Too stream. Look, we hit 15K today. I'm excited. I'm happy. That was awesome. Let's see if we stay up there, but yeah, I mean, we hit 15K. Nobody remembers RE6. I remember there being helicopters in RE6, but I don't remember if they leave in a helicopter. Yeah, I know RE6 ends in various playthroughs because you have 4 different campaigns. I know. Which we got time to play through all of them. Oh man, she just called me asshole. You heard that? I heard that. I heard that. How long did this? 14 deaths on this last section. 14 deaths. RE6, the problem with RE6 is it's a very confusing game. They tried to put too many things into RE6. Hold on. They tried to put too many things into RE6, and that in turn made it weird. You have the horror elements of RE6 with Leon's story and a little bit of Ada's story. You have actions, like an action set piece kind of game like Call of Duty, which is Chris's story, which is basically, I call it the Call of Duty Resident Evil. So I mean that's Chris's campaign. You have Sherry and Jake's campaign, which is just a bunch of chase scenes, and it's very confusing as to what the game wanted to be, and it's not. As a game, it's not a particularly bad game. As a Resident Evil game, it is very, very bad Resident Evil game. Okay, that's where it gets into like, okay, why is this a bad game? Right? It's not a bad game. It actually plays very well. But it's a very bad Resident Evil game. That's why. At least RE5, no, like this game knows what it wants to be and it sticks to it. Like that's at least what I got to give props to this game. It knew what kind of game it was and it just went straight for it. It was going to be an action set Resident Evil game. So there it is. That's how they made this game, and I can respect that. They did pay a little bit of homage to the original Resident Evil with the Lost and Nightmares DLC, which is the best thing about this game, which we are not playing, just because it's like another hour and a half, and I don't want to play through it. But this DLC right here, the Lost and Nightmares, this DLC right here pays homage to the original Resident Evil, and this in my opinion is the best thing about this game. Right here, this game, or this DLC, this is the saving grace for this game. But yeah, that's it. Like, if they would have made RE5 just about the Lost and Nightmares section, like I would have been so happy if they turned this section of the game into an entire game. I would have been so happy with that. And honestly, if they ever went back to revisit RE5, which, come on, it's Capcom, they're remaking pretty much everything at this point. If they ever remake RE5 for whatever reason, they need to take this DLC and make it its own game. I would love for them to do that. Take the Lost and Nightmares DLC, just turn it into Resident Evil Lost and Nightmares, and turn it into a full game. Give us like a freaking 5-hour campaign, or 5-hour game that pays full homage to the original Resident Evil, where you're playing as Chris and Jill. Like, you take your pick who you want to play as them. That's what we need, because this was, honestly, this was the perfect DLC. Because I mean, I'm not a fan of DLC. I'm not. But this one, like, really, like, if you're gonna do a DLC, this was it right here. I was waiting, one of those peeps waiting in line for RE6 on the PS3 on release day. I got RE3 or RE6 on release day too, but it just burned me. Like it was, and Ashley, like I like long games too. That's why I play JRPGs. That's why I play RPGs in general. Like some of my favorite games are long. Like Persona 3 is a 100-hour game, and I love that game. I used to play through Final Fantasy 8 every year. You know, that's a 50-hour game. Final Fantasy 7, 50, 60-hour game. Final Fantasy Tactics is ridiculously long. Because one normal monster encounter can take about an hour to finish. So, you know, I love long games. But I hate Resident Evil 6 because it's too long for a Resident Evil game. You just get tired of it. You get bored of it. That one reason why I loved RE6 was it was long. Nah, see, for me, it's because it was long. It was just too long. It was too much. If they would have taken away Chris's campaign and Ada's campaign, that would have been a really solid game. Honestly, I've always said that. Sherry and Jake's campaign was fine because it told a story about Jake, and Chris should have just been a side character. And he should have died. He was intended to die, but they changed, they rewrote the story, and like after halfway through writing the story and development, they're like, you know what? We changed our mind. We're gonna have Chris survive, because the way that the story plays out, you can even see it in the way that the story goes. Chris was meant to die, but no, they changed the story and he survives, and Pierce is the one who dies, which nobody really cares. You know, it's one of those things where it's like they overdid it. They overdid it, and I think that was just there's too much. And here's the other problem too with RE6. Jake never knew his dad, so he really wouldn't, like, in reality, he wouldn't care that Chris killed his dad, because Chris would have just told him he was a bad dude. This was your dad, and he was trying to destroy the world, so we had to stop him, and he ended up dying in a volcano. Like, Jake wouldn't have cared because he didn't know his dad at all. He had no relationship with him. So, like, the whole reason why Jake was pissed off about Chris killing Wesker, it doesn't make any sense to me. Ashley, stop. No, I'm not gonna get into that, Ashley. You're just trying to bait me. But Final Fantasy 13 is not the best in the series. Not even close. It undersold. It's actually regarded in the Final Fantasy community as one of the worst in the series. You just like it. It's one of your favorites, and that's fine. 13-2 is the best out of the trilogy for Final Fantasy 13 trilogy. But it's still not one of the best games, Final Fantasy wise. I mean, Final Fantasy best games, if I'm being honest, 5, 6, 7, 8, Tactics, 10, 15, 4. Not in any specific order. Not in any specific order. I'm just saying, like, those are like the top ones. Yes, Final Fantasy 13 graphics was gorgeous. I'll give you that. I will always say that. Even now, Final Fantasy 13 is a gorgeous game. Okay? I'll give you that any day. Because it's true. Final Fantasy 13 was leagues above 12. Okay, 12 graphics was, I mean, it was PS2, so it was kind of understandable, but 13 was gorgeous. Absolutely. But as far as what's next, so we got Revelations 2 is the next game on the list. So we're not doing RE6 yet, because Revelations 2 is the next game. So we got Revelations 2. I'm in the middle. Okay, this is what's going on. This is what's going on. Okay, so I'm still playing Mundawn. I was actually playing it before I went live. So I'm still playing Mundawn. This game is so freaking good. So good. OG Final Fantasy games like 1 through 6 is my, like, when I played on my GBA. The thing about Final Fantasy 1, 2, and 3, part 1 is just, it's so basic. Yeah, that's the problem with it. Like, the story is just so basic. Part 2, again, it's still a little basic, but it's developed a little bit more. Part 3, I don't remember part 3. It's been so long. But part 4 is where it started getting really good. Like, the story started getting a lot more in depth. A lot, like, everything about it just started getting better from part 4 and on. So that's why part 4, 5, and 6. And I think, honestly, the pinnacle for storytelling was 6, 7, and 8. Even 9. 9 had some good story, too. But the problem with 9 is that the story was actually really predictable. Whereas the story in 6, 7, and 8 was not. Like, they were out of this world. It was fantastic. I loved the story in 6, 7, and 8. I really did. Honestly, though, 8 is my favorite. And the reason why 8 is my favorite over 7 is because the design of the game was vastly improved from part 7. The character designs were a lot better. The story was a lot better and easier to understand. 7 got a little confusing. Don't even get me started on Remake, because Remake is even more confusing. It's kind of funny how Final Fantasy 1 through 3 is international. No. Final Fantasy 1 is Final Fantasy 1. Final Fantasy 1 released on the NES in 1987. Final Fantasy 1, the original Final Fantasy, is Final Fantasy. That's what we got in the US. That's what we got. That's what the entire world got. Final Fantasy 1 is Final Fantasy 1. Final Fantasy, we never got Final Fantasy 5. We got Final Fantasy 4 was Final Fantasy 2 in the US on the Super Nintendo. Final Fantasy 6 was Final Fantasy 3 on the Super Nintendo. And then later on they did like the Final Fantasy collection, the anthology, Chronicles, like all of that. A lot of people still think Squall is dead. Squall is not dead. That's the thing. People didn't pay attention to the end of the game. You watch after the credits. There's a post-credit scene. Squall is still alive. So that's why. I thought it was cool because you get to play with Lightning. So the game sucks. Lightning is such an emotionless character, which is funny to say because so was Cloud. Squall was a little bit. He had more emotions, but he was just still kind of that emo character. Why are we talking about Final Fantasy? Because it just came up. Because I finished RE5, and Final Fantasy came up in conversation. But yeah, there was to me there was a lot of problems in Final Fantasy 13. It was too linear. There was no exploration, which they fixed in 13.2. So I'll give them that. And I mean, they fixed a lot of things in 13.2. But I don't know. It's just overall the story was just it wasn't great. It wasn't great. Call of Final Fantasy 7 Remake and Noctis was based off of Lightning. No. Noctis and Lightning were created at the same time. And if you want the truth, Ashley, Lightning was based off of Cloud and Squall. So you can't really base somebody off of somebody and then say that they based them off of somebody. That doesn't work. Lightning was based off of Cloud and Squall. She was supposed to be like an amalgamation between the two and a female version of Cloud. Not Cloud. A female version of Squall. That's what Lightning was supposed to be. That's why she has a gun blade. That was what her character was. And so Noctis was developed. So Final Fantasy 13 and 13 Verses were created at the same time, but 13 Verses got delayed immensely, 10 years. And so, because they kept delaying it over and over again, Noctis's character, people forgot about him for a good while. Like, they just forgot about it. And so because of that, that's why, for example, you think that Noctis was based off of Lightning, but that's not true at all. Final Fantasy 7 Cloud, his design is a copy paste of Noctis from Final Fantasy 15. They use the same assets to make Cloud because they use the same engine to create the game, which is fine. They just designed him like Cloud. Lightning had a gunblade. What? Yeah, you never paid attention? She has a gunblade. Yep, Lightning has a gunblade. The Cloud's personality was based off of Advent Children. You know a lot about Final Fantasy. I know a lot about a lot of games. I play a lot of games. I spend most of my life playing video games. Taking a break, my hands are burning fire. Dude, that's the same reason why, like, I take a break when I'm writing my scripts and stuff. Like, okay, so I've been writing a Resident Evil 7 script. I'm not even done yet, man. I've been writing this script for like 2 weeks. It is well over 20 pages long. It's ridiculous, but I'm so excited to actually like put this together. This script, and I handwrite everything. This script is like 20 pages long. I don't even know. Actually, it might be longer, but now. Hold on. I'm gonna count it out. I'm on 21 pages. Okay, I'm on 21 pages. But yeah, so I handwrite everything because for me, when I'm writing something, it's quicker if I type it, but my ideas flow better if I'm writing it. So I just answered your question, Ash. I just answered your question. Lightning and Noctis are like brother and sister. No. Okay, so originally they were supposed to take place in the same world. That's why they developed them together. It was supposed to be the Crystallis or something. Like it was a whole universe. So like you know how like you have the Final Fantasy 7 universe, right? So that it was supposed to be something like that. So it's supposed to be Final Fantasy 13 universe. Within that universe, it was Final Fantasy 13. It was gonna be 13 verses. It was Final Fantasy Type 0 or whatever the game's called. There were supposed to be like different kingdoms, and so that's why you have Final Fantasy Type 0. I don't remember the name. I think that's the name of it. I don't remember. It's been a while. But that's why you have Final Fantasy Type 0. It with the crystals and all that. That's like supposed to be another kingdom within the Final Fantasy 13 kingdom, within the Final Fantasy 13 versus kingdom. But as progress kept going, the game changed entirely. Final Fantasy 13 changed completely. Number one, the game Final Fantasy 13 was actually supposed to play how Final Fantasy 15 played, but because they couldn't get the engine to work properly, they couldn't do it. So you know how Noctis throws his blade around and like he teleports in different places. With Lightning, you were supposed to be able to full screen my face. Yeah, okay. With Lightning, you were supposed to be able to like jump on walls and like do all of this stuff. It was supposed to be active. It was supposed to be more like an action-based combat, similar to Final Fantasy 7 and Final Fantasy 15. No. I know you're saying they were like brother and sister, but the reason why I'm telling you why that is because the development process, they were developed at the same time, but two different teams. At the time, Kingdom Hearts 3 wasn't being developed just yet. They had announced that they were going to be developing it, but the team was currently working on Final Fantasy 13 Versus. And so with that being developed at the same time, you had the engine for that game for Final Fantasy 13 was it was just so difficult that the engine wouldn't work properly the way they wanted it to work, which was the way that Final Fantasy 15 worked. So they couldn't have combat like that. So they had to stick with the combat that they ended up with in Final Fantasy 13. And they had to, because of the way that development was heading, they had to limit resources and everything. And so when they made the decision to then change it to a linear style game, again, that was because of the way that the engine was playing out. Like, that engine that they used was an extremely difficult engine, which is why they got rid of it entirely, and they just went with Unreal Engine 4 moving forward. It's gonna bother me. Hold on. It's gonna bother the hell out of me if I can't remember the name of the whole. God damn it. I can't think right now. My brain is like fried right now. It's called Fabula Nova Crystallis is the universe that they were trying to bring everything in. And that was Final Fantasy 13, 13-2, Lightning Returns, Type 0, and it was going to be Final Fantasy 13 Versus. Final Fantasy 15 is still in that universe, but not in the same realm, so to speak, where originally it would have been. So without Final Fantasy 13, 15 wouldn't have been what it was. No, because Final Fantasy 15 was always going to be the way that it was, but they couldn't do it with the engine that they were using, which was the engine was called the Crystal Tools. So they couldn't do it with that engine properly because it was just taking way too long. And so over time, they ended up just killing that engine. So for that engine, to give you an idea, so the games that use that engine is Final Fantasy 13, 13-2, Lightning Returns, Dragon Quest X, and Final Fantasy 14. And if you remember, Final Fantasy 14 sucked. It was so bad that they canned it and redid it, and they redid it with the new engine that they were using, or with a revamped engine, fucking hell, I can't put words together. They used it with a revamped engine that they were planning to use for Final Fantasy 15. God, like, I was just like having such a massive brain fart. Like, it was like just ripping one big time in my head. So Final Fantasy 15 then, because it went into development hell because they couldn't get the engine to work properly, they just said screw it. They completely canned everything and they redid everything with the Luminous engine, and then that was still causing them problems. So then they're like, you know what, screw it, we're gonna go with Unreal Engine 4, and I think that's what they did with with Final Fantasy 7, if I'm not mistaken. Luminous engine was only Final Fantasy 15. Yeah. So yeah, that just goes to show, like, it was just a problematic because everybody wanted to have their own engines in their. It was in everybody's head. Oh, we got to have our own engines. Hence why Final Fantasy 15 took so long. Yeah, because they went through 2 engines for Final Fantasy 15. And then so for Final Fantasy 7, because that was stuck in development hell because they were trying to use that same engine, they were like, nope, you know what? We're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna use Unreal Engine 4. Just because it's easier that way. And so that's why Final Fantasy 7 Remake got kind of fast-tracked. And it's also one of the reasons why I believe that Final Fantasy 7 Remake 2 is not going to take as long as everybody thinks it is. Because Unreal Engine 4 is very easy to work with. None of the Final Fantasy games I've played didn't suck. It's just some of the story was boring. But that's... Okay, so let's break things down. And we can do this with the Resident Evil games too, because this is a Resident Evil stream, so we can do this with the Resident Evil games too. let's break down why certain games are not as good as other games in the Final Fantasy world, okay? So, one of the reasons why, and let's look at Final Fantasy 13, since Ashley, that's your favorite Final Fantasy. Let's look at Final Fantasy 13. One of the reasons why Final Fantasy 13 is not regarded as a good Final Fantasy game is the characters are bland, with the exception of Snow, because everybody seems to like Snow, and I agree with that. Snow is actually a decently developed character. The characters are just bland. Nobody cares about them. They're forgettable. They don't stand out like previous Final Fantasy characters did. The game was too linear, which was it was a kind of like a shock to Final Fantasy fans' system, right? So everybody who was used to playing a Final Fantasy game, they were used to open world exploration and no hand holding and all of that, and that's what we had in Final Fantasy, like up to Final Fantasy 12. As much as I don't like Final Fantasy 12, but that's another reason why I don't like 12. But then, on top of that, so now you have a linear storytelling. On top of that, you have the hand holding aspects of it, because you know where to go, right? So like, there's no getting lost like in previous Final Fantasy games, which was one of the best things about Final Fantasy games, is getting lost, because then you get to explore and find secrets and find out where special items are and stuff like that, because you can get lost. That was one of the things that, like, for example, in Final Fantasy 8, without the open world aspects and the explorations, you couldn't find the islands that were called Heaven and Hell, which had some of the strongest monsters in the entire game and some of the best spells that you can get. In Final Fantasy 7, you couldn't, if there wasn't open world exploration, then you wouldn't find secrets like Knights of the Round Table and Omega Weapon and all of that stuff, and Vincent and Yuffie and all of that. That's one of the reasons why people are a little upset about Final Fantasy VII Remake, because it's a linear storytelling. There's a lot of hand-holding. That's not what Final Fantasy was. That's, again, why people like Final Fantasy 15, is because Final Fantasy 15 is open world. You get to explore. You get to... 90% of Final Fantasy 15 is exploration and having fun and getting lost with your party and experiencing the world that is Final Fantasy 15. And that's what makes it enjoyable and fun. That's why I'm not saying that linear storytelling can't be good, because it can be good. Hence why you have games like Tomb Raider, or you have games like hell, let me look at some of my games here for a second. That's why you have games like Last of Us, or games like Ghost of Tsushima's open world. The Metro games, for example. The linear storytelling is fine, and hand holding is fine, but when you put it into a series that's not known for it, it's just weird, and people don't really respond to it, because you're making these games for the fans of the series, and when you kind of ostracize those fans of that series, your sales are going to reflect that, and it's going to hurt. And that was one of the problems with Final Fantasy 13. And again, going back to Resident Evil, that's one of the problems with Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6. Resident Evil 4 was great, and it did a lot of things well, but the linear storytelling aspect of it, the hand-holding that went into Resident Evil 4, it ostracized a lot of players, but it didn't do it as much as Resident Evil 5 and 6 did. And so, because a lot of the old school players wanted Resident Evil to be scary again, that's when Capcom's like, oh yeah, okay, Resident Evil 6, we're gonna make it scary again, right? So that's why they had the Leon campaign in Resident Evil 6, and so with that campaign, they tricked everybody, and the way that they tricked everybody was by using the Leon campaign as marketing. So all the marketing for Resident Evil 6 showed Leon's campaign, and it showed the scary aspects of the game, and so it tricked everybody thinking, oh, this is gonna be a scary game again. We got zombies again, you know, like there's an outbreak. Oh, this is awesome. But then when the game actually came out, everybody's like, don't know about this, you know. So that's why Resident Evil 6 was just, it was a shock to the system that people didn't respond well to. It sold like crazy. Don't get me wrong, Resident Evil 5 and is tied for the #1 selling Resident Evil game with RE7. Okay? RE7 is, I think they both sold the same amount, and I put it up in Discord a while back. Let me see. Resident Evil sales. Here, Capcom series sales. That's where I was. Let me pull it back up here because it was very interesting to see this. So this was updated as far as December. So the end of December. So you had, I want it in, hold on. No, I think it was Capcom sales. Capcom best-selling games. Let me pull that one up. There we go. Okay. All right, so Resident Evil 7 has sold 8.5 million units. And actually, no, I'm sorry. Resident Evil 5 is tied with Resident Evil 2 for the 3rd spot. So Resident Evil 2 Remake and Resident Evil 5 both have 7.8 million units sold. And then Resident Evil 7 has 8.5 million units sold. Resident Evil 7 is the best-selling Resident Evil game to date. Resident Evil 6 it's at 7.7 million units sold. So they sold really well, but they have mixed reviews. I think Resident Evil 5 got reviewed well, which is fine. I personally don't like it. Okay, that's just me. But Resident Evil 6 was very mixed because a lot of people felt they were lied to with the game. And when you feel, when you get that feeling, look at Last of Us Part 2. When you feel like you're lied to by the developers, that's gonna reflect in reviews and all of that stuff. I think Final Fantasy VII Remake, if I'm gonna be honest, I think we're gonna see like 3 or 4 games. And honestly, Final Fantasy VII Remake didn't really sell that well. I think it sold like 3 million plus copies. So it didn't even sell that well. The Final Fantasy series overall, though, continues to make money. So they could just pump out games and they're going to continue to make money. But Final Fantasy VII didn't really sell that well. But I feel like we're going to see like 3 or 4 games. We'll probably see Resident Evil 7. Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 4 at the end of this generation of consoles. So in like 7 years, we'll see Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 4. Am I buying the Yuffie DLC? I don't have to. It's the Yuffie DLC is included. I think it is. Hold on. It's so confusing the way that they're doing that. Hold on. What the hell is it called? Intergrade? I don't know. I'm spelling that so wrong. Oh yeah, so you gotta buy the Yuffie DLC. That's fine. I mean it'll be like $20. So I'll probably do it. Let me see. Cause I don't have to buy the whole PS5 version because I'll be able to upgrade it. But yeah, I mean if I have to buy the DLC, I'll buy the DLC. I don't freaking mind. I just wish that they had a way for me to to check how much it's gonna cost, right? That's the only thing that bothers me, is that like there's no way for me to know how much it's gonna cost. So it's whatever. They need to make an Oreo cookies game. What? Between chapters 8 and 9 when Cloud goes missing. God, you know what? I don't remember much about Final Fantasy VII Remake. I mean, I'm going to play through it again when the PS5 version releases, because that I want to. But I really don't remember much about it. It's one of those games that I played. I enjoyed playing it. I have some problems with it, but despite the problems that I have with it, I did enjoy the game. But I don't remember much of it. There's a lot of games where I'll play through them and I don't remember them because they don't leave a lasting impact. Like Resident Evil 6, I've played through that game a bunch of times and I can't really tell you much about what goes on in the different campaigns because I really don't remember them. If a game doesn't leave a good impression on me, I'm not going to remember it. You know, like it's... I really just don't remember. What's another game that did that to me? The first Outlast game. Like, I played through the first Outlast game, and I don't remember much of it. I remember there's the crazy doctor, there's the two guys with the dangling penises, and the dude turns into the monster at the end or something like that. That's all that I remember. I really don't remember anything else about the first Outlast game. So, like, if a game just has no lasting impact on me, or like, just, I find the story boring for whatever reason, I'm not going to remember anything about it. Vincent will be a DLC if he's in the remake. No, I'll tell you why. Vincent, I mean, you know what? They might make Vincent DLC in part 2. And I'll tell you why. Because Vincent and Yuffie were originally side characters. You didn't need to have them to play through Final Fantasy VII. But they are canon side characters. So, because in the overall universe, they are canon and they've been integrated into the overall story, they will be canon and in the main game, and they will not be optional characters in the main game. They will be characters that you get in the main game. So I feel like Vincent will be DLC for part 2. But part 3, he will be a playable character as a main playable character, where the characters run into him, and all that stuff. So like right now in Intergrade, Yuffie is a playable character in Intergrade, but it's a DLC telling her story of what happens during Midgar or whatever. But when part 2 comes out, she will be a main character that you will run into and all that stuff. So that's why. Sid and Kate Sith were optional characters as well. No, Sid was not optional. Sid was a main character. Sid was a main character because you need to run into him and for the Highwind. The Highwind is part of the story. And Kate Sith is not an optional character. Kate Sith is a main character as well. Kate Sith is part of the overall story. Those two were not optional characters. The only optional characters were Yuffie and Vincent. The biggest way to tell is when you finish the game. So go back and play Final Fantasy VII. Alright, go back and play Final Fantasy VII, the original one. When you get to the end of the game, watch the finale, the FMV at the end of the game. The FMV at the end of the game has every character except Vincent and Yuffie, because they're not main characters that you have to get. They were main characters. Or, I'm sorry, they were side characters. Where Sid and Kate Sith are main characters. Stop. You went out already. Crazy dog. Now, something that does happen is Kate Sith can die. But then you get another one because Kate Sith's not a person. Kate Sith is controlled by another person. Or by a person, you know, who works for Shinra. They could... Square originally planned for Final Fantasy Remake to have 2 parts. No, they never said how many parts it would have originally. Final Fantasy 7 Remake was always ambiguous as to how many parts they were going to have. I say 3 or 4 parts. They can tell it in 3 or 4 parts. Because the third disc doesn't have too much story in it. The third disc is originally just... the third disc is originally just exploration, everything's open world. And then the finale, and that's pretty much it. The core story in Final Fantasy 7 is the... is disc 1 and disc 2. But we've only done the first 4 hours of disc 1, and so that's why I say it's probably gonna be 3 parts, honestly. But the second part should be open world. Look how much they changed in the first part. I know, but the story in the first part is honestly, the story is they've only covered the first 4 hours. Like I timed it, and it took me 4 hours to get out of Midgar. So I can see it having 3 or 4 parts. 4 parts maximum if they're really stretching it out. But they can do it in 3 parts. Then you put all the rest of the... No, there's way too much story to cover in part 2. Or for the rest of the game still. You still have Golden Saucer, which tells the story of Barrett and Marlene. You still have the story of Sephiroth going on. Like, then you have Cloud losing his memory, finding out who he really is. You have the story with Sid. You have... There's way too much story. You have Aerith's death. I think the second part, honestly, is going to end with Aerith's death. That's what I think is going to happen. That's what I thought the first game was going to end with. That's what it should have ended with. Honestly, they could have done it like that. Pushed it all the way through there. Yeah, they have Zack's backstory, which, I mean, originally you discover when you find Vincent in the Shinra mansion. But now, I mean, they changed the whole Zack thing. They gave us Zack's backstory. They changed it. They changed what happened, so now there's like an alternate universe, like that's coinciding at the same time as the main universe. It's fucking weird now. It's fucking weird. Actually, it would take a long time. There's a lot of story. There's a lot of story. There's too much to rush into one game. If they rush it into one game, that game's gonna be shit. And Final Fantasy VII is so protected by Square that they won't rush it. They will not. They will, regardless of sales, because that series, or that that game series, because let's be honest, Final Fantasy VII, the world of Final Fantasy VII is now its own series. That series is so absolutely guarded by the upper echelons of Square that they would rather lose sales and continue to push out the game instead of rushing the story to fit it into one game. Okay, they would rather do that. Look at Final Fantasy 13. The game didn't sell well. It didn't do well at all, but they made 2 other sequels for it. Regardless. And also, they were so ashamed of how Final Fantasy 13 turned out that they did not want to... I'm 100% honest with you on this, Ashley. I don't care that this is, 13 is your favorite game. Square is so ashamed of how Final Fantasy 13 turned out and the poor reception of Final Fantasy 13 that they refused to push out and develop Final Fantasy VII Remake until they put a Final Fantasy game out that they were proud of and that was received well. So when Final Fantasy 15 released, they were proud of that game. Final Fantasy 15 sold well. It was received fairly well. And then they greenlit Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Because 7 Remake just stayed in development hell for a while. You don't care about Final Fantasy 7 Remake? I didn't want it. I wanted Final Fantasy 9. Not that many people played 9. It wasn't as good as 7 was. Final Fantasy 9 was fine. It was good, like I said, but it was just it was predictable. They tried to bring back the jobs, but they didn't. They're like, "Oh, we're bringing back the job system." They didn't bring back the job system in Final Fantasy 9. They just slapped jobs on top of other characters, but the job system was where you could change the jobs of your characters, and they didn't do that. That was one of the things that like people just didn't like about 9 is like, you're gonna say that, oh, we got the job system, but you don't have a job system, so then why you say that you do? A lot of people I've talked to didn't want a Final Fantasy 7 remake. The overwhelmingly positive reception towards the Final Fantasy 7 tech demo that happened for the PS3 made Final Fantasy 7 happen. So many a bunch of the community wanted the remake to happen because of that tech demo. That's why. So maybe because you didn't want it, or maybe a couple people around you didn't want it, doesn't mean that the overall Final Fantasy community didn't want it. I talk too much, you can leave. You don't gotta sit here. You could leave. Final Fantasy 7, or Final Fantasy 9 had one of the hardest bosses in the Final Fantasy series. Second hardest boss. But yeah, I agree with you. Yep. Ozma was definitely one of the hardest bosses. Yep. And Ozma even gave a call back to Cloud and Squall in his dialogue. Or its dialogue. I can't say his. Its dialogue. But the hardest boss was a Mega Weapon. A Mega Weapon was a fucking bitch. Ozma was a bitch if you weren't prepared for that fight. Ozma did a lot of status effects. But if you came in there with ribbons, it wasn't as difficult as a Mega Weapon. Omega Weapon was a lot more difficult, in my opinion, because he just did a lot of raw damage. He had, I think, was it 1 million HP, and he takes you immediately down to 1 HP after a certain part of the fight, and he continuously does it, which is so dumb. So dumb. But yeah, no, I do agree that Ozma was one of the hardest bosses. In my opinion, second hardest boss. But still, I mean, like, to be the second hardest boss in a Final Fantasy series is fucking ridiculous. Like, it's utterly ridiculous. You had to have specific things. Yeah, Omega Weapon can instantly kill you. Exactly. Okay, the thing about Omega Weapon, if you did not, if you didn't know this, Omega Weapon, if you were at a certain level, he would insta-kill you. Because the way that his death spell worked is that if you were on certain levels, it would insta-kill you. So you could be like on level 97, right? Your character could be like level 97, he would insta-kill you. But if you were level 98, he wouldn't insta-kill you. It was that kind of fight. And like, if you didn't know that going into the fight, then you were like absolutely screwed. And like, you had to strategize and prepare for a Mega Weapon like more than any other Final Fantasy game that I've ever had to do. Hey Dread, what's up? Hardest boss in my opinion is Matt from Final Fantasy 12. I couldn't get through Final Fantasy 12, so I wouldn't be able to talk about him. Just because Final Fantasy 12, I hated the combat. It reminded me too much of Final Fantasy 11, and I hated Final Fantasy 11. Like, Final Fantasy 11 was just a pain in the ass. Like, as an MMO, it was just so bad. No, well, let's be honest. Final Fantasy 11 was just the hardest Final Fantasy in general, just because the overall style of the game. Like, you die, you level down. Like, fuck you. It just took me like 5 hours to level up, and you level me down in like 2 minutes. That's what pissed me off about that game. I just couldn't deal with that. And then the other thing too is like you couldn't solo farm in Final Fantasy 11. Like, even the regular mobs were ridiculous. Like, you go and you're just trying to farm out, but you couldn't solo yourself. Like, you couldn't solo with yourself in Final Fantasy 11. I hated that game. The minute that World of Warcraft released, I dropped it. I was like, nope, fuck you. Fuck you. I'm playing World of Warcraft. I was done. I couldn't deal with it. Yeah. I as far as the Final Fantasy game goes, or series goes, a lot of Final Fantasy to me has lost a lot of respect. And the reason why is because the way that they started developing the games, right? So like Final Fantasy 12 was, to me, the beginning of actually Final Fantasy 11 was the beginning of the decline. Then we had 12, which didn't sell particularly well. Then you had Final Fantasy 13, again, didn't sell that well, didn't get good reception. 13.2, 13.3, 14, which bombed, and then you had 15, which started bringing back like what Final Fantasy was supposed to be. A lot of that had to do with the fact that the creator of Final Fantasy left Square and left the entire project behind after Final Fantasy X, and so he went to start his own company, which then he created what was it? He created what was the name of this company that he created? Mistwalker. He created Mistwalker, which then he made the game Last Story. But yeah, a lot of that was because he left the team. So he went from like being full on involved in the Final Fantasy series to then producer, then executive producer, which then I think in Final Fantasy X he was I think he was an executive producer, but like more so like in the background just for consultation. Same thing with 10 too. And then Final Fantasy 12, they just gave him a special thanks on it. Lost Odyssey. Yeah, Lost Odyssey was another one that he made. But the first game was Last Story. That was the first one, and that was on the Wii, or that was one of the first high profile ones, I should say. Not one of the first ones, but one of the first high profile. Because Blue Dragon was one of the first ones that he did, but I wouldn't say such high profile. I would say that it received a cult following, is what I would say for Blue Dragon, right? So Blue Dragon Lost Odyssey, which he wasn't even really fully involved in. He was just a supervisor. Where Last Story, he was fully invested and fully involved in that game. He was the director, the designer, the writer for it, like all of that. Like he was fully invested in that game. And that's why like that was his full-on baby. But Blue Dragon Lost Odyssey, those two games he was like supervising. He wasn't really like full involved in that game, in those two games. That's why like they have more of a cult following, which, you know what, Last Story also got a cult following, but Last Story, we only got those because of Operation Rainfall or whatever the hell that was, where they brought over Xenoblade Chronicles and Last Story. So like those were like some of the final, those two and what was it, Pandora's Tower were like the last Wii games that we got, which those were some of the best Wii games that we had. But yeah, I mean, so ever since he left the Final Fantasy project, like overall the Final Fantasy series started going down. Same thing with the Resident Evil series. Like Shinji Mikami, after he left in RE4, then you had RE5 and RE6, and it was just kind of, what the hell, you know? Like Capcom kind of lost their way as to what Resident Evil was. So it was just one of those things where it's like, it happens, you know? It happens. Nothing you could really do about it. And again, Metal Gear is another example of like the creator leaving and then the games just go to shit, right? So like it happens. And that's not to say they can't bring it back and they can't make things better. Faction King, is that Havoc? Did you change your name, bro? I saw you in here before, but I don't know if you changed your name or what. Hold on. So yeah, anyways, it is oh, you changed your why did you change your name? So anyways, you know, that's not to say that they can't come back you know, to what they were or what they used to be, because look at Resident Evil 7, right? Resident Evil 7 brought it back to horror. Like, and Resident Evil 7 again became the best-selling Resident Evil game. It is the second best Capcom game, or second best-selling Capcom game. Look at Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 15. It was very well received. You know, it's still selling even now. So it's things like that where like it gives hope. It gives hope to what can come out of a series if the companies like really pull it together and make it happen. Because I need to let people know who the motherfucking king is. Okay. One Piece World Seeker was made by the I try to avoid anime games as much as possible, man. This new name will definitely cause me a lot of new heat too. Yeah, it will. It will. I don't know. I like the name you had before. That was, you know, there's your name, Havoc. Now it's Faction Kings. It doesn't flow off the tongue, man. It's weird. It's weird. You're weird. It's all good though. It's all good. All right though. I think it's time. I think it is time. Ooh, Allie's streaming. Oh, we're gonna go raid Allie. She's playing a horror game. Yes, please. She's playing Devotion. Okay, so we gotta go raid her. Let's go raid Allie, guys. She's playing a horror game. I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for being here today. I got you rolling, but the name doesn't roll off the tongue, man. Don't go. I got stuff to do. I got videos to make. All right, we're gonna go raid Allie. Very good friend of mine. If you guys don't know who Allie is, I love her to death. Allie is amazing. One of the you know, best content creator friends that I have, with, you know, obviously Omni and Pilk and, you know, the usual crew, and Solitaire, but you know, Allie's my girl. Let's go raid her. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Everybody have a fantastic rest of your night. I'll see you guys next time. Maybe tomorrow. Peace out. Go raid her.